Welcome everyone, it's Monday, and as always on Battle Epic we are going to stream the live Domination Community League match between B1P and Hardsnugglers. Today I'm sharing the commentary chair with Battle Epic's very own Mark. Hey Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm good mate, how are you?
I'm pretty fine, I'm looking forward for this match. We will see two very good teams, which are B1P and Hardsnugglers. We have B1P on the blue team as the British Empire, and we have Hardsnugglers on the red team as the Ottoman Empire.
And it looks like we're ready to jump straight in here as well, mate. You see Hardsnugglers picking up on Charlie here very quickly.
Now the teams are taking their home flags, that's nothing unexpected, and it looks like B1P will be a little bit faster on the Alpha. We got here Pericles from the Hedges, who's trying to interrupt the support coming from the B1P, and he's doing very well. Let's take a look at the Alpha.
Yeah, Hardsnugglers came in with an attack on there. We had one B1P player there, and Kezo, Ostrapunk, both swept in, managed to take out the B1P player and cap the flag.
And the B1P are very quick on Charlie, and they took the Charlie. They have Bravo. Alpha is being held by Hedges. And now I'm expecting the fights between the B1P and Hedges to happen between Charlie and Alpha now mainly. We can see a few players in the buildings there. And when we are looking at the map, there are fights happening, but nothing around the flags. It's usually mostly on the side of the flags. And now the Hedges are taking Charlie. There are no B1P players, there's only two of them who will be trying to defend it. And Wild Time is hiding in the building, and let's see if he will be able to pull up some magic. And he's going down.
Our very own Wild Time there tonight, playing for B1P, his new team.
He left the commentary chair.
Yeah. B1P getting the better of it in the early stages here, 15-11. Kezo now facing off against Envy here on Apples. Kezo's got support now from Trags, or Joar, or whatever he's called. And Kezo making a move round the back. Jumps the wall, he knows he's there, Envy goes down.
And there was Wild, and there's Kezo and Wild, and Wild comes out winning. Looks like apart from the commentary skills, he got some playing skills as well.
It certainly does. Very pleased to hear that, I'm sure.
And he's camping on Alpha. There's three of the Hedges players, and they're taking him down. Hedges are now going to take Alpha, so let's where the B1P Charlie. There's only one from Hedges, and he's down. Still looks like B1P is dominating as the B. I don't think that Hedges even tried to cap the B. They are just moving between Charlie and Alpha.
No, I don't think they've even moved out here, have they? And there's nobody in defence at the moment for B1P. Out on Butter, it's just a complete ghost town out here, but if you don't need to defend it, if they're not attacking, then you might as well leave it, aren't you, mate?
That's the thing, like, the first thing to do in case like this, when you are losing the home flag of the opposite team, so you force them to move back, and then you can try to cap the two other flags. And now it looks like that's...
Yeah, the triple cap now for B1P.
Triple cap from B1P, yes.
Starting to race away now, 6-19 in this few short seconds. Push down onto Apples now with Pericles. Pericles, Punk takes out. We've got BGS Warrior now. Jacob hoping support. BGS Warrior takes him down there with the extended. In the meantime, Hardsnugglers have picked up Charlie, but 50-19 behind now after that short triple cap.
That's a huge difference. 30 points. That's basically half the points that you need. And it looks like the first time the Hedges are going to try to cap the Bravo. They're trying to push on the Bravo. There's a Jacob to interrupt them. Let's see if he will be any successful. But there are two of the Hedges players against him. But they are not being lucky. They can't shoot. They can hit him, and he takes down one. And he takes down the second. Jacob has been able to defend this.
And now he looks to push up onto the flag. There's a couple of HS players in the middle ground between Apples and Charlie here. Pirate Soda's seeing Jacob, takes him down on his way to Charlie. Seb Green spawns in on him. He's in trouble here though. He goes down as well.
We have there two B1P players, three B1P players stuck in the building. There's Kesso coming from behind. Will he be able to push anything? And he's missing all of them. Oh well, let's take a look. Now BSG warrior is down. BGS warrior, sorry.
It's
and they are
all
fighting for
apples
alpha
at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. 3 B1P players. Oh, there's just
Oh,
bodies
nice
flying
from
all over the
Pericles.
place down here.
That was a nice play
Seb
from
Green on his
Pericles.
own now. It was. And he picks up Seb Green as he comes in there.
And HS, mostly from the Pericles, they managed to take Apple. It looks good for them.
Yeah, it looks like they just about managed to avoid the triple cap there, B1P. Coming on Charlie at the last minute. 65 to 31 now, 5.5 minutes into this round.
Here's the thing: if the Hardsnugglers don't pull a massive triple cap, I don't think that they will be able to make a difference. By holding only 2 flags, you are probably not going to make up the difference of 30 points.
We can see Wild Time here now, down on apples. Starting the burn off on the flag, gets Envy in support. Pericles takes down Envy. Wild Time's still there, almost completed the cap, but Pericles is on the burn zone now. Wild Time's seeing him.
And Pericles is taking him down, and now there's Envy.
Envy spawns in last minute.
This is unreal. He managed to take all 3 of them down and defended the apples. Let's move somewhere else.
He's doing some good work for his team on this flag, isn't he, Pericles? They have picked up Butter now, Hardsnugglers. Still nobody in defence. And we can see Wild Time and Envy again on apples. Back and forth here is moving quickly, isn't it, mate?
And while you're looking at apples, I was looking at Charlie. There was Jacob who was trying to defend the flag, and the Hardsnugglers are going to take it. Mostly from Pirate, Ostropunk and Kezo, who managed to take the Charlie, and Hardsnugglers are holding Bravo as well at the moment. So let's take a look at some fights on apples. And the guys from Hardsnugglers are fighting against Sep Green, who now has been killed. Let's take a look. There's no one else from B1P to defend Alpha, and the Pericles is probably going to take it. He's going to cap Alpha. But there's a Wild Time coming in. Sep Green is coming in. There's going to be 2 against 2. 1 down. And the Sep and Wild Time
cam on here. He's picks up another kill there. He's doing well at the moment. 14 for 10 Wild Time. Running the Hell Regal for this map. Starts to push up towards Charlie now.
And if you look at the pick of the classes, you can see that there's 1 sniper from B1P. I don't see any snipers on the HS side. This map is very utilized for assault or I would say support medic, because there's not many open spaces. They are mostly moving throughout the buildings. Sniper is handy with the flare, but that's probably everything that you can utilize from a sniper here.
Well, the flare's actually ruled out in the BCL Dom competition, mate. Just watch Jacob Holt pick up a great kill here, but he's taking the ladders up to, he bails out at that last moment. He's trying to take the ladders up to the top of the tower there on Butter. He would have got his team in quite a bit of trouble there. He picked up a good kill and managed to attack the flag, but hopefully that isn't an infringement of any rules there. B1P pick up Butter again here.
And they avoided a triple cap by this, and now it's 84 to 58. I believe that the difference is already too big for this. And unless Hardsnugglers pull a triple cap.
B1P moving on to Charlie now with Wild Time, Jacob Hope and Envy all picking up the flag. Hardsnugglers moving up from apples in defence. Looks like they won't get there in time to stop the cap, but they might be able to pick up a couple of players when they do get there.
And Envy is the last one who's defending Charlie. He's alone against 3 of the Hardsnugglers players, and Astropunk has been able to take him down.
Wild Time moves in into Pericles, takes down Pericles. He's able to cap the flag. I don't know if he knows Astropunk's there. Pirate Soda spawns in on Astropunk. Wild Time could be in trouble here. BDF Warrior moves in onto the open area of the flag to support. But they are still losing the cap on Charlie here as they go. What, not moving towards a triple cap? This should be the end of the round here, I think. Grail, don't you?
I believe this is the end. They almost got the triple cap, but the Hages managed to pick the Alpha before they got the triple cap, but it's over. It was too late already.
Great first round for us there.
It was a very good match, yes.
Yeah, the triple cap really, they managed to make it work for B1P, didn't they? It was just enough to give them that little lead, and then they were just comfortable then for the rest of the round.
That's the difference. If you have a triple cap, and basically the other team is getting the ticks only from the kills, that's not something that you can even compare. At that time, the opposite team who got no flags is losing by the massive amount. And usually what we see in the 5 against 5, one triple cap usually decides the game.
Absolutely. It's just so brutal. It's like a ticket a second, isn't it? Every second against you on that triple cap is just eating away at those tickets. And you've got to find the way back in. You've got to find your way back onto a flag and hope that it can stick.
Now when we are looking at the scoreboard, you can see that Seb Green, who was playing the sniper on this map, wasn't really utilized. He got 4 to 10. Which is quite a disappointing score, and I believe it's because of the bad pick of the class. Would you pick a sniper for Suez?
I personally would, mate, but that's my class, if I'm honest. But I've heard a lot of people say that they wouldn't.
Yeah, we have each of us got their own preferences. Personally, I find of course you need a medic. Okay, so we need medics to revive the team. But assault and support would be probably my first choice, my first pick. I would definitely avoid sniper.
I think the BCL rules kind of make on this map. If you're looking to defend Butter, I think a sniper is useful, but I think the BCL rules in general make snipers pretty obsolete. You've got no trip mines, you've got no flares, spotting flares, so they're pretty much the main reason. You don't want to be setting up a sniper shield or decoys on a domination match, basically, do you? So there's no reason that I can see why you'd want to use scout in one of these matches.
Like, it might be handy when you are playing, let's say, 12 against 12, or, you know, the matches with more players, but 5 against 5, the one player who will be camping in the back with the sniper is making a huge difference. You will be missing that one player in the fights.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now, we are looking at the second round of Suez. Do you expect any different outcome?
I think it'd be dependent on a triple cap again. It was very tight, wasn't it, first round up until that triple cap, and then it continued to not be very much movement in the tickets in terms of how far apart they were. I think whoever can get that triple cap and make it stick for a short time is the team that's going to come out on top.
Like, personally, Hages, I believe they played great. The Pericles, he was doing there a lot of job, especially on Alpha. He was killing 2-3 B1P players alone. But the movement on the map, or let's say the tactics, where they failed to maintain the flags and they got the triple cap against them, what was decided the map.
And here we are this time with B1P as the red team, HS as the blue team, sending one man immediately to Butter as the rest of the 4 HS players push down to Apples and pick up an early double cap. Great start to the round there for HS.
That was a really great choice, I believe, and now they got the 2 flags, they are in the advantage, and the B1P got to push. We got the Desert Storm. As you can see, the weather is changing and we can't really see much.
Pericles has moved up to Charlie really quickly, threatening a triple cap, but it looks like B1P have got guys down on Apples now.
They do, and B1P now are playing as the Ottoman Empire on the red team, where we got Hages playing on the British Empire as a blue team. Let's take a look what enemy will be able to pull up here.
B1P now with a triple cap, picking up Butter. It looks like HS aren't going to ignore it this time. Pirate Soda's on his way down there. He's going to run into 2 players in BGS Warrior and Seb Green. Takes down BGS Warrior. Seb Green's on his own now and takes him down in turn with the sniper rifle there. Good play from him.
Very nice, very nice. And let's take a look. The B1P are holding Alpha, they are holding Bravo, or let's say Apples and Bravo. There are fights on Charlie now. There are some very good plays. I believe that there's no weak player in these teams at the moment. It looks like they are all doing their job. There's a lot of killing going on. Now the Hages got a little bit domination over the Charlie, but there's still one player from B1P, which is BGS Warrior, and he's going down.
Let's jump on board with some guys here and see what this dust storm's like for these guys as they're playing. Let's jump on board with Envy for a little while here as he pushes onto Apples and makes the cap. Looks like he's running the auto-load and extended. Oh, picks up a great grenade kill there. And again, helps support Wild Time, taking down Pericles as they finish off the cap on Apples. Goes down to Kezo in the end.
And as you can see, there are very intense fights. The guys keeps respawning on their teammates on Alpha, on Apples, and they are 1 against 1 Pericles against the Wild Time. There's no one else, and the Wild Time is going down, but the Pericles is there alone. Actually, no, Kezo is spawning on him. 2 against 2. They are still fighting for Apples, and it looks like Apples is the main flag that they will be fighting for as the previous game, and now it's sorted. B1P took over. Alpha, they managed to hold the flag. Otherwise, they are taking Bravo now at the moment, and the Hages are trying to push again on Apples.
We jump on with BGS Warrior here as he's on Apples now. He's picked up 1 kill already. He's moving. He's very mobile on the flags. He's trying to get in and out of the buildings. Takes down Ostrapunk there. He's got Wild Time in support now. He got that flag pretty comfortably there.
Now let's take a look at Charlie. On Charlie, there's Seb Green, who's alone. He's picking up the flag comfortably. It looks like he's almost dead with his HP, but he's alone. There's no one to protect it. Now the guys from Hages are moving from Bravo, which they managed to cap, and 2 of them, or actually 3 of them, are moving to Alpha. 1 of them is going to try. 2 of them are trying to push Charlie.
This dust storm is unbelievable.
I can't see anything. That's true.
You can see a push here now. 2 HS players pushing up onto Butter.
And they just all spawned into the fire.
But they do manage to come out on top there. They're now 1 against 2. Jacob Hope who goes down, and HS will pick up Charlie here.
And now the Hages
teams haven't been ignoring Butter this time, have they? There's been a lot of action, a lot more action on Butter, should I say. I think it was left to B1P for a long time in the beginning of the last round, but it's been a lot more activity this time.
Yeah, still, if you compare to the previous round, there's much more activity. The previous round, I believe that there was maybe 1 or 2 pushes on the Bravo, but now they are fighting for it, and Hages almost had a triple cup, but they are now losing Bravo and Charlie, but the difference is only 1 point. That's crazy, only 1 point.
1 point in it with nearly 5 minutes gone. 3 points now, sorry. As we see the dust storm starting to clear, will this change the game in favour of B1P again? Wild Time against Traxo, Joara, whatever, and goes down. Seb Green's still there. He knows the player's there. Ostrapunk spawns in. Seb Green's on his own. He's got BGS Warrior in the building in support. Ostrapunk goes down to BGS Warrior, and B1P put up a successful defence there on Charlie.
Let's take a look how the Wild Time is doing. I'm just sharing the first person view to see how he will be doing.
We got to keep an eye on our Wild Time, haven't we?
Fighting with him, so I just left it and I'm looking from the third person view once again.
He's pushing Apples. He's managing to pick up the flag. Kezo's there off the burn zone, picks up Wild Time and takes him down.
Now there are fights on Charlie where the Hages are trying to push on the B1P. They are taking Charlie. There's Seb Green alone against Ostropunk and Trax. Now there's a Wild Time spawning on him. Let's take a look. It's 2 against 2, 3 against 2. B1P are spawning very quickly, and it's 3 against 3. And now they totally cleared them. A Wild Time flanked them from the side, and he managed to kill 2 of them. And the B1P is going to secure Charlie.
Pericles comes in and takes down Wild Time though. You've got BGS Warrior also on the flag. BGS Warrior don't seem to be aware that he's there at the moment. Pericles could have the upper hand here, and he does. Starts the cap for Hardsnugglers on Charlie.
He was definitely not aware of him there. You could see that he was looking somewhere totally else, and the Pericles used this and killed him as soon as possible.
So Crail, let's talk about Hardsnugglers. What a name is that? It could be my favourite team name ever.
So Hardsnugglers, they are, if you look at how they play, they are a very, very capable team. Okay, so they are doing great. You can see some good shooters, I would say, in their team, like names Pericles or Ostropunk, who are able to kill 2-3 players alone, and that's great. You always need people like this.
Yeah.
You need tacticians. I believe this team got everything what it takes to be one of the best in the league.
Wild Time doing some great work in here on Charlie. Takes down 2 players and starts the cap off for his team. He's got BGS Warrior in support now. 54 to 54 with 7 minutes played here, Krell. This is unbelievable.
The previous game was 9:20 or 9:21, I believe, and it was much faster because the B1P had a huge advantage there, almost 30 points advantage. But now they are playing the same level.
Yeah. B1P moving towards a triple cap though, with Envy picking up apples. This could be where the game changes for Hardsnugglers here. It looks like they've got
that's going to
cut
be a
out in the
triple
middle
cap.
of nowhere between Butter and Charlie. Yep, and there it is, the triple cap's on. They're picking up Charlie now, but them tickets are still racing.
Now, UC just did 1 triple cap, and you have 10 points, 10 tickets
10
difference
tickets, yeah,
instantly,
just a
like
few
nothing.
seconds.
And that can make a huge difference in a game like this. Now we can see some fights on Charlie. There's BGS Warrior alone. Sep Green is going to support him from the behind. And he's dead. There's a Jacob spawning, a Wild Time spawning, and it looks like B1P are going to get the Charlie back. Really great game. I really like this. Both teams are pushing hard. You see that there are no campers. No one, literally no one is camping. They all keep moving around the map. Very good movement from one point to another. No one is wasting time. Somewhere fighting between. And they all do the objective.
On the flags is unbelievable as well. Butter's just 1 minute you look it's blue, next minute you look it's red. It's just back and forth constantly. B1P with a double cap here though. 12 tickets in the lead now with nearly 9 minutes gone. You see Pirate Soda here making the push down onto Butter. He's got Envy there in defence. We've got support against Medic here.
And
Pirate Soda goes down to Envy, yeah.
And B1P managed to save Alpha, but straight away Hardsnugglers took the Charlie from them. At the beginning we could see that the biggest fights were happening on Alpha. Now I would say the biggest fights are happening on Charlie this round.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. Wild Time picking off Keizo there as he moves between Charlie and Butter. B1P again moving up onto Charlie now.
But where are the Hages? They are fighting for Alpha. They managed to take it. There's no one on Bravo. There are some fights against B1P on Charlie, and it looks like they are going to take it. Actually, BGS is spawning. There's Jacob, 2 against 2, Pericles. Trax is down, Pericles is alone against BGS and Jacob, and Pericles is down, so B1P is capping Charlie once again.
87 to 71 now.
Hages needs to cap 2 flags. Even the best case scenario for them would be to get a triple cap. But as you look, they have four guys fighting for Charlie, and there's no one on Bravo. There's no one from B1P. They could easily cap it, but no one is going even there. Now you can see that Pirate is moving to B. They managed to cap Charlie. Now 93 to 72. Do you believe that they still get any chance to change this?
No, I think this round is B1P's now. I think something Hardsnugglers seem to have forgotten about Butter there for a while, didn't they? And after the triple cap, they've left Butter alone, and they've just not really asserted their authority out there. They have now, but 96 to 75. You've got to say this is B1P's round. It
is, and it was really so balanced at the beginning, or not even in the beginning. It was around 65, 66. There was only 1 point difference. Then there was the triple cap from B1P, and that again changed the flow of the match.
Yeah, they didn't even get that big a lead with the triple cap this time. It was only 10 tickets they managed to get, but it was enough for them, weren't it?
And as you can see, the Charlie and Alpha, I'm not sure, is the Charlie and Alpha distance bigger than to Bravo? It looks like it is a little bit, but still they keep forgetting about the Bravo, and that's the point where you just need to send one player and he will be able to cap it, because there's no one guarding it. You just go there, cap it.
Hardsnugglers managed to pull back with a triple cap here. Could they pull this back?
And it's 99 to 95. They are fighting for Charlie. It's unreal. They need. Look at this.
I think Hardsnugglers have just won the round there. That is absolutely ridiculous.
That's unbelievable. How did they pull this? It was 98 points to, I believe it was like 86.
That is
and they turned this around.
Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I cannot believe we've just seen that. They managed to pull back a 20-point ticket deficit there to come back and win the round for Hardsnugglers.
And I already saw the round finished, and I thought that the B1P got this in the pockets. But look at them, unbelievable.
I will never make another prediction as long as I live.
Yeah, if we had a bet, we definitely would be losing some money now.
A great comeback there from Hardsnugglers. Can't believe what we've just seen there.
That was crazy. They got the triple cap, and they were not holding Charlie. There were fights for the Charlie, but as long as the other team doesn't have it, they were not able to get the one more tick, and that's what was enough for them to win. One tick difference, crazy.
One ticket, that unbelievable. As we're coming into Amiens now for the second map, it's all to play for. I think B1P could be accused of taking the foot off the gas towards the end of that round there. I think they felt the same way as us, that the round was won.
Yeah, they probably were like, yeah, look, we got 2 points to win, and they, not that they gave up, but you know, when you are very close to winning, you become a little bit more relaxed, and the hype falls off you, and that's where the guys from the HS probably decided to push hard, and they've been able to catch this. That's I still don't understand how it happened.
Credit to Hardsnugglers there, though. It would have been easy to give up with being that far behind towards the end of the round, but they certainly didn't.
Very good play, very good play. And you could see the morale here, like they were not willing to give up even when the difference was 13, 14 points, and the B1P literally were just 2 points away from winning. They didn't give up, they pushed hard, and they got it. Very nice played. Great game.
Slendy in the chat there asking if we've ever seen anything like this before. Not in any games we've seen, mate.
GG, well played. Now we are looking at Amiens. Let's take a look how the guys are playing. We got B1P on the German Empire, and we got HS Hardsnugglers on the British Empire. Let's take a look. Are we looking for another miracle like this, where it will be a difference of 1 point, or do you believe that one of the teams will be able to pull a big difference here?
It'll certainly be interesting to see on this map. I'm just shell-shocked from the previous round there, mate. I can't believe that Hardsnugglers have managed to come back from that. It's just, I've never seen anything like that before.
Amiens to Suez, the only difference, a lot of buildings, okay, so there's a lot of places that you can cover. And actually here we go, the match is just starting, but I don't see, okay, yeah, they are spawning. So Hedges are taking Bravo quickly, only one player is taking Bravo, the rest of them are into Charlie, but it looks like B1P will be there faster. And there's some killing already, and B1P are quickly capping Charlie. They got Alpha. And Alpha and Charlie are being held by the B1P, but actually they are losing it. Alpha is being taken by HS, there are some fights going on.
Yeah, just one HS player on Apples at the moment. There were 3 B1P players close by. They have managed to move in and snuff out the threat now. But I'm surprised that actually one player there actually managed to start the cap and get so far into it.
Well, it was a good play because he delayed the time. So the B1P players who were trying to defend Charlie had to stay on Alpha, and they were trying to kill him. So it gave few seconds to his teammates from Hardsnugglers, and that was enough for them to cap Charlie. So now they have Bravo Charlie, and that was a good play by that one player. I believe it was Trax.
Wild time here, moving into Charlie. Takes down Pericles there, but in turn gets taken down by Kezo, who in turn gets taken down by Envy. As now Envy and BGS move into the flag, picking up Wild time as they go. They should pick up Charlie here quite comfortably.
And as I was going to say at the beginning, the difference between Suez and the Amiens is not big. You have a lot of buildings, you have a lot of places to cover, but you have these open streets where you are on open fire and everyone can shoot you from behind, from distance, very hard. And there will be a lot of fights happening on those streets, I believe. So now we got B1P who are holding Charlie, and they are spawning there. 2 of them are going to Bravo, I believe. Actually, it looks like all of them are moving to Bravo.
Yeah, there's 3 HS players down at Apples at the moment, making the move up towards Charlie. Looks like HS have started stronger. They're feeling good at the end of after that amazing comeback from the end of the last round, I think. Pirate Soda's on his own here on Butter, goes down to the 3 B1P players. I think it was Jacob Hope that took him out there. B1P now will start the cap on Butter and should pick it up pretty quickly. 17 to 18 now with 2 minutes gone.
Now you can see Envy and the BGS Warrior trying to push on Alpha, but there are 2 against 4 of HS players in there. And Envy looks like he's trying to hunt down someone from the HS. Now Pericles and Kiso are pushing on Charlie, and it looks like they're going to cap it because there's no one to defend it from B1P. Yep, and that's correct.
Surprised they've not left somebody up in the room where Pirate Soda was there. It's a common tactic, and for a good reason, because it just gives you so much cover over that Charlie flag. See BGS and Envy running in now. Envy picks off Pericles, and he's going to move in for the cap himself. Pirate Soda now has to... No, he's continuing his move down to Butter there. Looks like B1P will pick up Charlie again and pick up the triple cap as they go here.
This is almost the triple cap. Yeah, it's a triple cap, but they are losing Bravo straight away. Because they had to focus on Alpha and Charlie. There are some fights happening on Charlie, where Envy is alone against Kesso and Trax. And the BGS is actually supporting him from the back. And only Kesso and BGS are fighting for the Charlie now. There's Seb Green spawning and Pericles. And the HS are going to take it.
Seb Green, team kill there on BGS Warrior. Allowing HS to move in and cap the flag safely. Disappointing team play there. Friendly fire is on in this competition, so you really have to be careful of those. Especially
with the grenades. You know, when you're just throwing the grenades around. This wasn't the grenade kill, but when you're throwing the grenades around, you can kill easily even 2 or 3 players from your team. Great defense from Pericles. Perfect play.
Yeah.
And now...
And Hardsnugglers and... Oh, we both saw the same thing there, I think, mate, but it's not on. B1P are moving in on Butter now to stop it from happening.
It was going to be a triple cap, but they quickly interrupted it with Stake and Bravo. There are some fights happening, but I can't see it because of the tree. There are some fights between Trax and the Wild Time. And nice, Trax took down Wild Time. So now we got B1P, who's fighting for Bravo, but they don't hold Alpha and Charlie. Again, it's very balanced match. Okay, so we have only 5 ticks difference.
Yeah, B1P not managing to maintain the lead, even though they got so close to having a triple cap against them there. I think they managed to keep the ticket lead to around 5 to 7 tickets, which is good. They've managed to pick up Butter, and now they're pushed out to Charlie in the building again here. 42 to 38 with 5 minutes gone.
And this is a very good movement. When you see that someone is trying to take Charlie, they don't go through the streets, they go through that building, because you have to check the windows in there. That's crucial, you have to check them.
Oh yeah.
Now the B1P are controlling Bravo and Charlie, and they will probably create a bigger difference in the tickets. And it looks like that the Hages are trying to regroup. They are all spawning on Alpha. They are trying to push it. 2 of them are going for Bravo, 2 of them are going for Charlie. Pericles is going from the flank. But Jacob is defending. Let's see if he'll be able to defend this as well. Now this is very confusing for the spectator, because you are deciding, do you want to see it from the air or do you want to go into the building? And BGS is defending Charlie. I'm not sure he's aware of the Kesso who's coming there, and Kesso has been able to kill him. And what just happened? They just swapped the flags. So the B1P took Alpha, or let's say Apples, and lost Charlie for the exchange.
I think they had a slow start on this map, B1P, but they seem to have gained a bit of control now, and they've maintained a double cap for quite some time. Watching Pericles here, he's managed to pick up a kill on Charlie, and they've picked up the flag, and he's now moving the back route towards Apples.
And the Jacob and the BGS, they were trying to defend the Charlie, but they got stuck in that one room where basically there's no further way to run. And they just got killed there by Pericles and 2 other players from the HS.
Pericles went down to our own Wild Time there as he made the push down the alley towards Butter.
Now the Trax is trying to defend the Charlie, but he's alone against 3 of the B1P players. There's Pericles spawning on. Very good play for Pericles, and he's using the cover very well. He's hiding all the time. He's using the cover to the full potential, but he's going down anyway. He was alone against 3. Good play from B1P, but Pericles was doing pretty well. He was able to hold this for a long time. And is this going to be another triple cap? B1P got Charlie. They are fighting on Bravo, and it looks like they're going to defend it.
Yeah, there's a lot of Hardsnugglers on Butter at the moment. Only BJ's Warrior there for B1P.
And they found him.
He did a man's job, yeah, they found him eventually.
He was hiding there under the floor.
But
when I play, I like to hide there as well.
There for a while. You know, they've managed to edge out a 15 ticket lead now. B1P's kept all them players tied up a butt for quite some time there. So even though he went down, he did a good job.
But the B1P are not giving up on the Bravo. They are trying to take it back, and Pirate and Trax are looking for the player. BGS, he's there again. Look at him. And I don't think the Trax knows where he is. You can see that he's aiming over there, but he's not going in there alone. And Pirate knows. Pirate knows where he is. He got killed by him. Look at this. Hide and seek. And now BG is going down. But yeah, look, he got the point. He got some time for his teammates to push it. They managed to cap Charlie. Now there will be some fights on Alpha. Let's move there quickly. Wild time is
managing to pull 10 tickets back here, 75 to 71 now. B1P need to put the foot down here and not let this slip like it did in the last round.
They need to keep the morale up. You have to keep pushing. Wild time doesn't look like he knows about the 2 Hages players, and he's going down.
77 to 74 now, 9 minutes 10 gone.
3 tickets difference only. There was a difference of more than 10 tickets, and the Hages pushed, and they managed to make it smaller again. Let's see if they are going to push 1 ticket difference again.
After B1P having that control in the middle of the round there, it seems like the momentum swung towards Hardsnugglers now as they look to pick up a double A with Apples and Charlie. B1P have got a long track from Butter to any of the flags now, and they're looking a little bit spread, if I'm honest, as they're moving up towards Charlie here.
And they are going to fight for the Charlie. Now, Pirate is there, but he's leaving, he's running back to Brow, but Seb Green is after him. Is he going to take him down? And he's taking him down, nice.
Valuable kill there, really. He would have been off and capping Butter there.
He was going for a Butter, yep. Definitely.
And B1P are moving towards a triple cap here now. Just as Hardsnugglers pull the scores level, it looks like B1P might be able to see the round out. Hardsnugglers picking up that dodgy spawn between Butter and Charlie. Pirate Soldiers on Butter now. Wild Time's coming in defence on Butter.
And now there was
crucial.
There was a great push from Hardsnugglers.
Picks up the kill. And there we have it.
How many triple caps did we see this match? It was 2 from B1P and 1 from Hages?
I think that's right, yeah. A very brief one from Hardsnugglers. I don't even know if it eventually counted.
And I believe that the flags were changing much faster than on the Suez. It was much faster game. That's what I have the feeling from it, because you couldn't even keep the track of who is holding the flag at the moment. They were changing it very quickly.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there, mate. There was action on every flag all the time. It was absolute chaos. But B1P managing to come out on top there. Get a look at some of the scores. Wild Time there, 19 for 8. Jacob Hope, 12 for 8. Seb Green, 14 for 9 for B1P. Kezo, 14 for 12, doing well for his team. Pericles, as we would expect, the top killer for Hardsnugglers with 18.
It looks like a Wild Time got a good career going on. He got a career as a commentary. He got a career as a player. Which one is he going to choose? That's the question.
Maybe the viewers can decide.
Now let's take a look. We are looking at the round second on the Amiens. The first round went to B1P, And the previous game, where was the CUS, I believe that was 1-1. So one game went to B1P, and the second one went to Hardsnugglers after a miracle. I just can't even describe it.
Yeah. And this time looks like we're going to have B1P playing as the British Empire in the blue, Hardsnugglers playing as the Germans in the red. Wild Times actually left the server there.
He might be experiencing some issues because even if I look in my right top corner of the screen, and I'm sure that the viewers can see it as well, it looks like there's some issues with the ping, with delay, and I believe it's because of the server, and that's something that a lot of people is experiencing after the latest updates.
I haven't had a chance to play much myself since the update. I've heard there's been a few issues with it though.
There's some change in the latency, and a few people are having, I would say, lags. So the MS on their side is crazy. It's in hundreds, and they don't really have a bad connection. You know, they are playing, let's say, the person from UK playing on the European server with a good connection, but he's having 200, 300 latency, and that's something that you can't really, I would say, accept when it comes to competitive matches.
Yeah, it's EA have talked a lot about wanting to make BF1 competitive, I think, but a year in and I've still to see any evidence of that. The competitive side of it seems to have been abandoned for the first 6 months completely, and then an afterthought for the following 6 months.
Like B1, not B1P. Sorry, I apologize. Battlefield 1 definitely got the ground for the competitive matches, and even the community is great. It's unbelievable. I totally love the community. If you compare it to some other FPS games where the community is I would say literally just cancer, the community on Battlefield the community on the Battlefield 1 is very friendly, and you can get a lot of help from other players. It would be a pity if the EA and DICE don't push this and they don't go forward. And I don't believe, and I don't remember having any issues with the connection before the French update. They shall not pass. I don't think that there were any issues before.
There was a lot of changes around that time, weren't there?
Now there will be a new update coming up. And it looks like we got a wild time back on the server. It's 5 against 5. 30 seconds to go.
So this is it. This is make or break. Hardsnugglers can only force a draw now at this point. A B1P can take it home with a 3-1 win here. They can repeat the performance on the last round. But we all saw what happened on Sinai, didn't we? Can Hardsnugglers pull off that kind of comeback again?
And they need to, okay, because if they want to go for at least to have a chance for a draw, then of course we will decide by the ticks. But if they want to go for a draw, they need to win this. And there's one player from Hages going to cap the Alpha. The rest of them is running to Charlie. And Trucks got a little bit confused there. I'm not sure. He's going to defend. Okay, he's trying to defend from the B1P who are pushing between Bravo and Alpha. They're trying to take Alpha. There's BGS Warrior and Seb Green pushing on Alpha. And there's Trucks and Ostropunk defending against them. But BGS is coming from behind, and I'm not sure if they are aware of him. And it looks like they know about him. Yes, and they've been able to defend this. There's still Seb Green pushing on Alpha. It's 1 against 1, Trax and Seb Green, and Trax managed to defend this. But Jacob just spawned in. Jacob and BGS Warrior are back in. They are trying to push Alpha, and it looks like they're going to get it. Alpha going to B1, are going to B1P. Now looking at Charlie, there's Envy alone. He's trying to defend against Ostropunk, Pericles and Kesso who are pushing on it, but it looks like that they got in fight with the BGS who went down, and there's a Wild Time who's trying to support Envy from behind to keep Charlie. There are some fights inside of the buildings. Let's take a look. And BGS Warrior has been able to clean this. Pericles went down, and Kesso is trying to cap the Charlie, but the Envy is still there. He's still defending it against Kesso, and B1P are holding Apples and Charlie. At the moment, Hages are holding only Bravo. They need to move to do something. They need to push.
We saw a strong start from them again on the flags. They managed to pick up apples and butter very quickly, Hardsnugglers, but now the B1P are starting to sort of assert their authority here again.
And Keso just took 2 of the B1P players alone. That was a great play. He's rushing Alpha to take it quickly, but there's a wild time defending it. Supported by Envy.
Keso where as he pushes down towards apples. Grenade coming there. Tries to get away, and Wild Time takes him down on the other side of the advertising hoarding there.
And there's nothing changing on the map. Alpha and Charlie still belong to B1P. Bravo held by Hages. I don't think that... Actually, this might be the first attempt from B1P to push it by Jacob. He's going for the triple cap, but it's interrupted by Pericles on Charlie. And the Hardsnugglers are going to take Charlie.
26 to 17 now in favour of B1P with nearly 3 minutes played.
And the B is being quickly taken by B1P, and it has been interrupted, and it's been taken once again. There are 3 players from B1P fighting against Keso and Pirate Soda. Pirate is down, Keso is taking down Jacob, and there's Seb Green against Keso. Let's take a look who will win this face-off. But Keso is waiting for respawn.
Waits for Pirate Soda, yeah, and likewise Jacob Hope spawns in on Seb Green. Now 2-on-2 on Butter.
And Jacob is going down, Seb is alone there. And well played from Trax, who took down the Jacob and Seb Green. And now this is the first time in the game that the Hages are going to hold 2 flags, I believe.
Yeah, I think you could be right there. We've got a 3-on-3 I think here at Butter. Is it a 3-on-3? It looks like a 2-on-1 now.
2-on-1, 1-on-1, 2-on-1. Keeps changing quickly.
In on him. Oh, he's so low on health. Tracks there. Jacob Hope on his own against 2 now. Kezo's chasing him down. Pirate Soda just spawned in at Butter. BGS and Jacob Hope still there running around, just keeping them busy I think at the moment, aren't they?
They are, because the B1P is trying to take... they are taking Bravo, they are holding Charlie.
And it's now 1-on-1, Jacob Hope low on health, Kezo spawns in and Pirate Soda. I think this is going to go to Hardsnugglers here, and in the end it does. Kezo takes down Jacob Hope there, the last player who was in that attack for B1P. And again, Hardsnugglers here with 2 flags, apples and butter, as they start to push up towards Charlie.
On the Bravo, these were just the, I would say, respawn games. They were respawning one after another. And now there was a good grenade by Jacob who managed to avenge himself.
Yeah, you gotta love those grenades, don't you?
Especially when you drop an anti-tank grenade and someone runs over you. That's the best feeling in the world.
A good attack here from Hardsnugglers. 4 players on Charlie. They managed to take down 1 man in defence, and now they're picking up Charlie. Looks like they're defending against a push coming from Apples as well. Not finishing the cap on the flag though. Ostropunk moves back in, finishes off the cap.
And this looks like if Hardsnugglers are fast enough, they are trying to take Alpha, and yep, they are going to take Alpha. They are holding Charlie. But B1P managed to get Bravo, and again, I feel like I'm having a deja vu because it's only 3 points difference again. It's every single game.
Yeah.
The quality of the teams is on the same level.
Yeah, this is a perfect game though, isn't it? You want it to be neck and neck, and then all of a sudden one team just manages to edge away, and even that wasn't enough in round 2, was it? B1P moving towards their own triple cap here now as they pick up Charlie. Hardsnugglers seems to be caught in the middle ground here between all the flags. Looks like they're heading towards Apples. Pirate Soda picks off Wild Time there in defence in the shop. And it looks like they will get Apples.
And it looks like a triple cap for... And no, it wasn't. It was like a half a second away from a triple cap for B1P. The difference is now a little bit bigger. It's now 8 points difference. But again, as we've seen before, that's nothing. That's nothing for these 2 teams. Even if it's 15 points, that's still not something that could decide the match because they are playing like crazy.
If it's 15 points and you've got 4 tickets left to win, you can't take anything for granted in this game from the look of it. Wild Time picks up a good kill on Charlie.
That was a very nice play.
Charlie there. 10 tickets in the lead now, and they actually look like they're going to pick up Apples and secure a triple cap here. Heavy push now from Hardsnugglers onto Apples. Envy's on his own in defence in the shop. Takes down one guy but goes down to tracks. And at the same time, Hardsnugglers look like they'll pick up Charlie. No, they don't. 61 to 47 now, though.
And now, this is the thing, you know, you don't have the flares in these matches, and when you are trying to push on flag, you need to decide, are you going to send there just one guy, or are you going to send there the whole squad, or what are you going to do? You know, if you send one guy, he might be going to death. If you send there four guys, they might be going there for nothing, because there might be no one defending it. And these are the decisions that the captains have to make, not easy decisions.
Pirate Soda's on his own on Charlie here, goes down to Envy and Seth Green. And Seb Green. Envy picks up Wild Time. 17 tickets in the lead now at B1P.
And they are holding 2 flags. It keeps growing. And
now I'm certainly not going to say that this is B1P's round, because that didn't work out last time I did that. But I'd say they're looking good here.
And
if
now
they keep going the way they're going, they should be able to win.
I just hope that the guys from B1P won't be upset on us, because we maybe jinxed it when we said that they won it already.
I think they snatched defeat from the jaws of victory on that round. I don't think they can blame us.
That was I will probably need to watch the replay. I don't really know what happened there. Now B1P Envy is trying to play the mind games. He's hiding in the building and he's trying to get the Hages to look for him. And I can't get through because the window is still closed. And the Envy is defending it. He killed 2 there. And the guys from B1P are pushing on Alpha, and they are going to take it. And they hold Charlie. Basically, they just changed Alpha for Bravo. And now the difference
Looking
is
at some of the scores here,
both
the teams are playing so evenly. I mean, I don't think there's any players really. Even Pericles actually is going negative on 12 for 6. That's a surprise, but all the players playing so hard, everything here, and doing a great job for the team.
The tickets difference is now 23 points. It's quite a lot, but again, I'm not going to say anything about this. Not going to comment about the outcome of the game, as we burned ourselves already. Now, the Hages are holding 2 flags. They are losing Charlie, but they are capping Alpha, so they will take 2 flags. If they manage to hold them, and if they get the triple cap, it still might. The outcome of the game might be a little bit different than how it looks like at the moment.
B1P managing to move in on Butter though, and while they're not managing to cap it, they are at least tying players up there. Looks like they will get the cap here. The 2-on-1 here with Jacob Hope and BGS against Pirate Soda. Jacob goes down, but BGS picks up the kill. Looks like he'll secure Butter for his team.
And the wall time is camping Charlie. He's defending it, but he decided to push on Alpha now. And are the B1P going for the triple cap? No, they got killed. So it looks like they tried, but they got killed. And actually no, they are trying it. They are trying it. They are coming from Charlie to push Alpha. There's Envy, Jacob against Ostropunk and Trax. And Ostropunk takes down Jacob, and Envy goes down to Ostropunk as well. So double kill for Ostropunk. And now 5 points different, 25 points difference. B1P needs 5 points to win. I would say that that we know what is going to be the outcome, but
don't say it. It's still too close. There's four tickets left now for B1P to see this round out. They are moving towards a triple cap, so they've got momentum. You should. I'm gonna say it. They're gonna win this round. That's it.
Yeah, you can hear the music already, so that's what's going to tell you a lot about the outcome. But yeah, 2 points. Look, the Hages are taking Charlie, but that's not enough because the B1P are holding Bravo safely. There's no one even trying to push on it, and I believe that this game and this map goes to B1P 2-0.
And there we have it. So that's 3 rounds to 1 in favour of B1P there. We've seen some mixed performances from B1P of late, but that I think is what we expect from them more often. But what a great game in the end. Two great teams giving it a real good go against each other there. It's exactly what we want to see.
Really, when you looked at this, when you look at the beginning, it looked for a balanced matches, and now at the end we can say that there really was no favorite, there was no underdog in this match. Both teams played great, very balanced. Even if you look at the scores, they all did very good. You know, there's no one who would be, let's say, leading the team. All the teams were all the players were on the same level. Perfect games. I would love to see games like this every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you there, mate. Well, if we have a look at the scoreboards there at the end of the round, I mean, it looks like Wild Time and Tracks both standing out there with 18 for 10 each. The rest of the players all pretty even. It just shows what a close fight that was.
And the scores were the same, I believe, every single round. There wasn't a huge difference always. The kill death ratio was around, I would say, 1 to 1.5 always.
Yeah.
There wasn't really someone who was standing out, killing everyone, and that's good. I like to see games like this. That's good. You know, when the people who are playing are balanced on the same skill level, perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I guess we might as well call it a night there, ladies and gents. It was great to have you to watch this game with you, especially that second round. Well, I don't think I've seen anything like that before, and I don't think we'll see anything like that again, will we, mate?
I don't think so. Like we don't know how long is the Battlefield Community League going to be on, but even if it goes for another few years, it will be very hard to see a game like that again.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's it for us for tonight, ladies and gents. We will catch up with you again next weekend, as always, with more games. But in the meantime, thanks for joining us, and have a good night.
Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you Mark for commenting today with me. Have a good evening, everyone. See you on the battlefield.